Hi friends, I'm Niladri. Today we are going to discuss about the OSI model, which is very important and basic to understand. So we'll understand how the sender sends the information and what are the layers through which the process travels and how the receiver gets the information. So we'll discuss the basic open source interconnection model and all the layers and function of each layer. So let's start. Starting from application layer, when the sender sends any information in the application layer, normally the network process and the application gets started, and the data generation starts from the application layer. Moving on to the presentation layer, or the second layer from the top. In the presentation layer, the data presentation and the encryption happens, and basically the formatting of the data happens here in the presentation layer. Then it comes to the session layer, or the third step from the top. In the session layer, inter-host communication happens, which is basically to establish a connection or initiating a session. Like in LTE, we do have the session initiation protocol, or the SIP. So here all the sessions get started, or normally this is where we start the process of initiation of the session, any kind of session request. Then the fourth layer from the top is transport layer, wherein end-to-end connections happen, and we ensure the reliability of the transmission. Delivery and sequencing happens in transport layer, like where to deliver and from where to accept, basically specifically where we are delivering the data and the sequence of the data to be delivered. So that is what happens in the transport layer. Then the fifth from the top, or from the center point of view, is network layer, wherein the IP logical addressing happens. In the network layer, IP logical addressing means the IP address to which we are sending the information or receiving the information, that is decided in the network layer. Routing and destination, this is the main function of the network layer, routing the data to that particular IP, and defining the destination to where we are sending the data in the network layer. Then the sixth one is data link layer. From the top, or from the sender point of view, from network to data link we travel. We do the MAC and LLC, basically the physical addressing happens here, the local network host delivery. So that happens in the data link layer. And the last, or the seventh layer from the top, or from the center, is the physical layer, which is very important for the RF engineers, or the RAN specialist, or the BSS engineers, or you can say access network, those who work in the access nodes or the access network part, not in the core part. Basically the core part is application, presentation and session layers. Then I think transport, network, data link and physical. These 5 layers, the BSS engineers, or the second line support basically, or the RF engineers or the access node people, they do all this kind of stuff, like physical, data link, network, sometimes transport layers also. So in the physical layer, it's media, signal and binary transmission, basically the access to the media. So in the physical layer, like we know that the RF part, the signaling of the RF and everything comes in the physical layer. So that's all about the sender's point of view in the OSI model. When we receive the information, it goes in the other direction, or the reverse way. Like here's the receiver, it gets the information in this order: application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link and physical. And when we receive the information, it goes vertically from down to top, or from bottom to top, like first physical layer, like media, signal, binary transmission, then data link, local network host delivery who is receiving the information, then the routing and destination from receiving point of view, or the network layer, Then the transport layer, end-to-end connection. So we have to ensure all the packets and everything received with almost no errors. Then we are having the session layer, the complete loop completion in the then presentation, then application, where we get the actual data which is generated by the sender. We receive that data in the application layer, or it goes to the peer entity. So that's all about OSI model and end-to-end data transmission and reception, or you can say the sender and the receiver, how they receive the data and how the sender sends the data, in which protocol layer they travel. So this is a basic understanding of the OSI model. I hope you really enjoyed the session. So do stay tuned with our channel for more updates. In the next session, we'll be coming with some more interesting topics for you. That's all for today. Do subscribe, like and share the videos. Don't forget to comment. Take care. Bye-bye.